In an attempt to showcase its military might, Russia's PR stunt backfired. Russia reportedly blew up one of its surface-to-air missile systems believed to have been shipped to Moscow by Pyongyang in the border region of Kursk, where a fresh incursion by Ukraine is underway. Russian military bloggers on Telegram initially said Russian troops had destroyed a system supplied to Ukraine by the West. But analysis by Alexander Kovalenko, a prominent Ukrainian military and political analyst, found that Russia destroyed the SAM in a case of friendly fire. It paints a picture of North Korea's support for Russia in the war. Pyongyang is reported to have supplied Russia with short-range, nuclear-capable ballistic missiles, self-propelled guns, and even troops for use in the ongoing conflict. Kovalenko said the transfer of destroyed SAM was not reported by Western or South Korean intelligence. This suggests that there are logistics supply chains between North Korea and Russia that are not tracked by either Western or South Korean intelligence, which is extremely alarming, he said. Russian drone operator mistakenly struck a North Korean-made SAM in the Kursk region, believing he was targeting a Western one. Ukrainian outlet Militarny said analysis of battlefield footage and photos showed that the North Korean system struck by Russian forces has a similar silhouette and shape to Western ones used by Ukrainian troops in the region. Ukraine has said for months that North Korea was supplying Russia with equipment and troops for the war. In November, Ukraine's defense intelligence reported that Moscow had received more than 100 KN-23 and KN-24 short-range nuclear-capable ballistic missiles. Along with the missiles, Pyongyang then sent its military specialists to Russia to service the launchers and participate in war crimes against Ukraine. So, if Russia has received North Korean air defense systems for use, this suggests that Russia has a problem with air defense. Although we already know about this, the Russian occupational forces lack air defense systems, and now this is one of the most catastrophically deficient categories. Russia asks North Korea for exactly what it lacks most, and these supplies reflect the difficulty of replenishing losses. First, shells, a shell famine, then meat, a shortage of personnel, then artillery, ballistics, and now air defense. A fire broke out at a military hospital in the Russian city of Tula, local authorities said. Tula Governor Dmitry Milyayev said on Telegram that personnel from the regional department of the Russian Emergency Situations Ministry were dispatched to the scene to extinguish the fire. The preliminary cause of the fire is faulty electrical wiring, Milyayev said, adding that there were no casualties. He further said that all the patients at the hospital were taken to other medical facilities. Milyayev later reported that the threat of the fire spreading to adjacent buildings had been eliminated. Meanwhile, Russian state news agency TASS reported that a partial roof collapse occurred at the hospital due to the fire. A military hospital in the center of Tula is covering an area of 900 square meters. The hospital belongs to the 39th Separate Medical Detachment of the Airborne Forces. The fire at the Engels oil depot has reportedly been extinguished, according to Saratov Governor Roman Busargin. Footage this morning shows that there is still a fire despite the claims. Almost a week ago, Ukrainian drones struck the oil depot, inflicting severe damage. Russian forces, supported by armored vehicles, launched an attack on the right flank of the Pokrovsk direction near the Malinovska junction, trying to cut off the Pokrovsk-Konstantinovka road. In the end, Russian forces had to withdraw. Russia accuses Ukraine of attempting to strike the last gas pipeline supplying Europe, with 9 Ukrainian drones targeting the Ruskaya compressor station in Krasnodar Krai on December 11th. Russia's Ministry of Defense claims all drones were shot down, but one caused minor damage to the station. Gas flow reportedly continues as usual. On January 11, 2025, the Kyiv regime, with the goal of halting gas supplies to European countries, attempted an attack using 9 UAVs of the aircraft type against the infrastructure of the Ruskaya compressor station in the settlement of Gai Kodzor, Krasnodar region, which ensures the supply of gas through the Turkstream pipeline. During the repelling of the air raid, all UAVs were shot down by air defense units. There were no casualties among the station's personnel, and no significant damage was caused. As a result of the fall of debris from one of the UAVs, minor damage was inflicted on the building and equipment of the gas measuring station on the premises of the Russkaya compressor station. Emergency response teams from Gazprom promptly eliminated the consequences of the debris impact, and the equipment was restored. The compressor station continues to supply gas through the Turk Stream pipeline in normal mode. No disruptions to its operation have been allowed. So, as a conclusion, Russians invaded Ukraine, bombed their cities. It's killing Ukrainians every day for the past 3 days. But every time Ukraine fights back, it's Crimea River. Die hard, boys. Pilots of the Kizhak Brigade of the Ukrainian Special Police Forces found a wounded occupier who was begging for mercy. The drone operators decided to take him prisoner and led him to the Ukrainian positions, as well as dropped parcels with water, medicines, and cigarettes. But before he could reach AFU's dislocation and surrender, he was killed by his own fellow soldiers.
He has a broken leg. You don't see him like he seems to be surrendering. In turn, we all make the decision that we will move him out with drones to some far position. We spend the whole day struggling with him. We take turns holding with sketches. Zaluzhny brings him packages twice, dropping water, pills, even cigarettes. And he crawls on his butt up there, and when he is almost at the pickup point, a bomber suddenly appears and saves him for 200 years.
Zelensky claps back at Fico. Betting on Moscow was a mistake. The Ukrainian president said he offered support to Slovakia, but Fico arrogantly refused and is now trying to shift blame with PR, lies, and loud accusations. The problem is, he bet on Moscow, not his country, not a united Europe, nor common sense. It was a losing bet from the start, Zelensky added. Meanwhile, Slovakia is strengthening ties with Russia after Ukraine halted gas transit of Russian gas through its territory. Pro-Russian Slovak MPs fly to Moscow and blame Poland for airspace denial. A group led by nationalist MP Andrei Danko is in Russia to discuss gas supplies post-Ukraine transit. Poland denied their overflight request, forcing a detour via Germany. Ukraine condemns the visit.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.